Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our week ahead readings. And remember, these are in divine timing, so whenever you're guided to watch the reading, that's when you'll have some messages there that you need to hear. These will be for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus. It could be cross-watching. Just make sure to keep an open mind as these are general, and be sure to watch all your signs to get all the messages that may pertain to you. If you'd like a personal reading, all that is in the description box below. And I am trying to open up specials for 6-month and 12-month forecasts. I'm just having some trouble with PayPal and the PayPal buttons. I can't get to my saved buttons and I can't create new ones, so that's lovely. I've reached out to them, but if you have any knowledge or expertise in that area, please do let me know what I can try. But just keep your eyes on my specials page. Hopefully I'll be able to have those open up for you guys in the next couple of days. Okay, I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck and the Le Vampire Oracle. And we're going to get started with Taurus, 122 roughly. I'm using, doing timestamps as well as we go. All right, what is going on? There you go. For Taurus in the week ahead. I'll just put them all face down for now. It's a brand new deck, and it's quite robust, and it's quite sturdy, rigid, so bear with me as we break it in. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Candles or the 10 of Wands in this deck. So the overall energy can be, for some of you, this is moving. For those of you, this can be just a very busy week ahead. Okay, lots to do, a lot of things to get accomplished. You could also be helping others, carrying the burden for others, filling in for someone, in other words, taking on their work as well. That could also be the case. So just be mindful, just prepare yourself mentally for a very busy week, and just try to pace yourself as much as you can to avoid burnout or exhaustion. In the current situation, we have the Queen of Presents or the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So Taurus, I feel like you're going to be Queen Mother or Queen Father, Queen Father, King Father, for your friends, your loved ones, maybe even at work. I feel like you're trying to help everyone and you might end up getting burned out, okay? So it's important that you be careful with that, okay? For those of you, I feel like this is related to pregnancy, especially if you're in the later stages, or your last trimester or whatever. I feel like you're going to be told to get rest or be put on bed rest. In the challenge, we have the King of Needles or the King of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy might be a challenge here. For others of you, again, I feel like this is the doctor telling you need to take breaks. You need to look after your health better. Taurus, you might be put on some sort of bed rest, or you might be told you need to take some leave. Use your annual leave, okay? It could be a boss or a doctor. In the outcome, we have the Chariot, Cancer energy, so travel, progression. I do feel like for a lot of you this is moving and you're waiting for the final say-so, or you're waiting for the contract, the final contract, signing the dotted line, and I feel like you're going to have victory by the end of the week, but it's going to be busy. You're going to have a lot to do on top of this, okay? Does that make sense? You're going to have a lot of balls in the air, and try to find that fine balance so that you don't get burned out. For those of you, the challenge is being discerning or being assertive to say no, okay? To say, no, I can't do this, no, I can't do that, to give responsibility back to people because it's theirs to begin with, etc. You can have victory in your own endeavors, but you have to put down the burdens of others, okay? And that may be a challenge for you at this time. Let's clarify these energies for Taurus. So the Queen of Presents or the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Empress. What did I say? You're going to be the mother figure, whether you're male or female. This is someone who's always there for others, who looks after others, puts others above themselves. In this combination especially. For those of you, you're focused on a mother figure at this time. Maybe they're dealing with some health issues and you're picking up the slack, or they're dealing with some health issues and you're there talking to professionals or the doctors or whatnot, okay? Or making sure they rest. King of Needles as the challenge. Yeah, the Four of Needles. You just don't want to stop, or you're dealing with someone who doesn't know how to stop. And they're kind of wearing themselves very, very thin. The Chariot in the outcome. With the Fool, a brand new beginning. But it comes through some sort of a decision, a choice, and then determination, not backing down. Queen of Candles, or the Queen of Wands under the Ten of Wands. Whether this is you or someone else, we have someone who just doesn't know how to say no to people. Might be a little bit of a codependency issue, might be a little bit of a people pleaser issue. It could be that, that's just how things have been. Ten of Wands going on for a long time. You're the person everyone comes to for help. You're the person everyone comes to fix their problems, fix their issues, give them money, give them support, be a listening ear or a shoulder to cry on. Okay, no one really asks you if you're okay. Does that make sense? Or when they do, you're always like, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry about me. And this is a time, if that's the case, when you're gonna be told, okay, it's like official communication from a boss, a doctor. They're not going to allow you to go back to work because you're burned out. They're not going to allow you. They're not going to sign that clean bill of health until you get some rest, until you, this could also be counseling, therapy, type work that you're assigned to, or that you're told you have to do in order to get back to work, or something like that. The challenge is being able to say no to people, to give yourself a break, to be more realistic, okay, in terms of what you can and can't do, and how far you can spread yourself, okay, because you're kind of spread very thin. In the outcome, I do feel like you're going to make some decisions here. You're going to choose what you're going to focus on, drop all the others, or give them back to their respectable, what am I trying to say? Respective owners is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like that's how people see you. You're the responsible one. You're always going to be there for them. You're always going to fix their messes or whatnot. And this is an opportunity for you, Taurus, to create a new approach, a new perspective, okay? Because the old isn't working anymore. The old is the reason why you have lost your strength. The old is the reason why you're maybe having some health issues, especially exhaustion. And it just needs to change. It's push has come to shove. It needs to change. Something needs to give, and it shouldn't have to be you, because you're in this position because you're doing everything for everyone else, right? And again, you have to look at why you have a tendency to do that, where that is coming from within yourself. Why do you struggle to say no to people? Why do you struggle to make time for yourself, to put yourself in a top priority position? Okay, why does that make you feel bad? Why does that make you feel guilty? Where that is coming from? Because I feel like there's gonna be a change one way or another. Okay, so either you won't be able to do the work that you're doing anymore because your doctor won't allow you to do that. Okay, and so that means you're going to have to go get a different job or change the domain you work in, the area you work in type situation. Or there's going to be a new perspective in terms of how people view you. As in, yeah, it's not a given that Taurus is always going to pick that up. It's not a given. We shouldn't take Taurus for granted, because Taurus isn't allowing us to take them for granted. Does that make sense? A new way for people to view you, a new way for people to perceive you. And that frees you up. That gives you some freedom from burdens of, looking after everyone else or what other people think. And it's a new way of being and a new way of doing things for you, Taurus. Let's see, oracle advice for Taurus. If this is about travel or relocation, I do see that happening. You're moving this week, okay? Compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness, number 14. So this is, I feel like you feel bad saying no to people. You feel bad putting yourself first. You feel bad it makes you feel guilty if you're not the one who always shows kindness to everyone else but never to yourself, right? Because I mean, it's an issue with self-love there. If we always think, if it's about anyone else, oh yeah, I'll make it a priority, I'll make it happen, don't worry about it. If it's about you, Taurus, oh, I can wait, it's fine. No, I'm not having any problems, I'll be okay, I'll deal with it later when it comes to you. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I feel like there's some shifts that need to happen here, because something has come to the breaking point, forcing you to understand that saying no to people doesn't make you the bad guy. You have to be fair, okay? It's not about being the problem solver. It's not about, if you say no, it doesn't mean you're not the responsible one anymore. If you say no to people, it doesn't mean you're a bad person, right? There's a difference between enabling and helping. And also, your challenge is the King of Swords. You having to be realistic and fair, okay? Is this my responsibility? No, it is not. It's your responsibility. Why are you coming to me asking me to do your work when you're perfectly capable of doing it yourself? Does that make sense? That kind of a conversation. Do you have time for this? I need this done now. I could help you, but I don't have time for it right now. I can help you if you give me a day or two. No problem. So you're still saying yes, you're still open to helping, but it's on your terms because you have your own things to take care of. Does that make sense? And I feel like that's the kind of shift in the dynamic in how you view yourself and how others view you, that needs to happen, okay? Because you deserve respect. You're being taken for granted by always saying yes and always taking care of others. You're being taken for granted, and that is what needs to change, because it's starting to eat up your health physically, not only mentally and emotionally, but physically. So you really need to address that, Taurus, okay? So I'll leave that with you. It's an important lesson. Takes a while for us to learn it, and it usually happens when we hit a wall and it's starting to affect our health. That's when we're kind of forced to address this, of what we do for ourselves and what we do for others, and to try to make sure there's more of a balance there, you know. And I feel like that's where you are and that's what you're dealing with. But anything to do with travel, relocation, new job or promotion, anything you've been working really, really hard on, and you've been waiting for some sort of official communication and there may have been delays there, that is coming through, okay? All right, let's look at Virgo, 1250 relatively. Hey Virgo, there you go. Thanks for joining us. Death card flew out. Endings and new beginnings, transformations, transitions. Let's see. So what is going on for Virgo? And remember to watch the intro. There's always information for you there as well. What's going on for Virgo in the week ahead? Okay. I hear you don't see it coming. Okay. So let's put them all face down, because that's what I'm guided to do. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor, Aries energy, dealing with father figures or figures of authority, bosses, execs. It could be a time when you have important meetings, important negotiations, dealing with an Aries in particular, the mother or father of your child, because it is a very general reading. Current situation, we have the Seven of Needles or the Seven of Swords. So be mindful of any self-sabotage with this energy, but also, I mean, be careful who you trust, what you trust. Double check the information. Don't take anything at face value, and don't take anything to be the truth just because one person said it is. Does that make sense? It could also be an energy of people trying to get away with taking more than they deserve, not paying you your due, not giving you credit. The Challenge, we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. There may be travel issues, challenges to do with travel, challenges to do with transportation, car, vehicle type challenges. This could also be an energy where you're struggling to stay focused on the task at hand. There's self-sabotage behavior that could translate into, I don't know, procrastination, anything from procrastination to making excuses of any other kind because you don't feel like you're strong enough to do something, you don't feel like you have enough information, or that you're in a position of power to do something. So a bit of people pleasing or codependency issues also coming up. 7 of Pentacles is under the Emperor. In the outcome, we have the 4 of Potions or the 4 of Cups. So this can be on again, off again connection. 5 of Wands under the 7 of Pentacles. Something where it's a very unstable, you've been waiting for someone or waiting for official communication. This is also waiting for the boss to see your worth, waiting for the boss to reward you for your efforts, or waiting for a particular person to acknowledge you, to reward you for your efforts, to treat you right, see your value. You're doing something that's self-sabotaging, whether it is, you know, giving this person more time, more chances than they deserve, or, you know, you're not moving forward or you're not moving away from the situation. You keep waiting for this person to treat you right. And in the end, you're left waiting, okay, with the 4 of Cups energy. So let's see. Clarify for Virgo in the week ahead. 7 of Needles. We have the Queen of Needles, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra energy. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This could also be communication. Just double check your facts. I feel like you're receiving messages or information that either you shouldn't trust, take at face value, or you don't trust. Okay, and again, it just says just double check, just confirm the information. With the Chariot as the challenge, yeah, we have the Sun. Freeing yourself from something, confidence, self-confidence is a challenge. This could also be a situation where you've moved on from something and someone's trying to get you back, or someone's trying to continue to keep you stuck or make you stuck again. 4 of Cups in the outcome. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is recognition for your work, rewards, getting what you want. But you might have to put your foot down in a situation. The Moon with the 5 of Wands there. You are struggling with self-confidence, self-worth, Virgo. You're struggling to be confident, stay confident, to believe in yourself. I feel like for some of you it's about pride. You view pride as a bad thing, and it's not always a bad thing. You should be proud of who you are. You should be proud of your work. You should be proud, you know, of what you have to offer and what you bring to the table. That's not egotistical. There's some sort of either a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius trying to get away with something, or this is self-sabotage. I also see this as giving people chance after chance after chance, which is a form of self-sabotage. Because you already know the answer, you already know what's going to happen, but you keep giving them chance, hoping for, you know, a different result. Kind of the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. I do feel like, yeah, with that 9 of Pentacles, with the 4 of Cups, I feel like for some of you, the Magician, yeah, you're manifesting at this time. So it's important that you're careful with your thoughts, especially about yourself. You're not seeing yourself in the best light, Virgo, for whatever reason. You're being too critical. It's also a form of self-sabotage. You're being too critical with yourself. Struggling with confidence. Maybe you're punishing yourself for something you did wrong, or you perceive that you did wrong. And this is just telling you you're manifesting at this time, and it will be more of the same if you're not careful. Okay? You'll be left in this place of dissatisfaction unless you change your perspective. I also get this people-pleasing type energy. So be careful with that, because you're creating a pattern. You're setting a precedent, okay? Is what I hear here. And I also get this energy where you walked away from something after you waited for forever and it just didn't happen. You walked away from it and someone's trying to come back around and you're struggling to stay the course. You're struggling to keep your back turned to this person, to this unhealthy situation. But again, I mean, you're going to choose a new beginning, whatever that means for you. Because for some, I'm seeing giving something another chance with the Four of Cups and the Magician. And for others, I'm seeing you keep your back turned to this Nine of Pentacles, focusing on yourself and continuing to move forward. I do want to say be careful with the Seven of Swords, the Magician here as well. Not everything is as it seems. And while that means for some of you, yes, someone's deliberately hiding things. For some of you, it is malicious. But for others, it's not. It's almost trying to strategize. What am I going to say? How am I going to approach the situation to make sure that, you know, I get a chance to say what I have to say? And it's like, but it comes across as dishonest. You know what I mean? Because you can see there's more going on than what that person's telling you. You can see they're not saying everything. You can see they're kind of planning things. And more often than not, we take that as a bad thing. We take that as, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to manipulate me, manipulate the situation? So I feel like honesty is very important here as well. I also see, like, if you have meetings with the boss, execs, authority figures, be factual, okay? Stick to the facts. This is what I deserve and this is why. Don't self-sabotage. Don't sell yourself short, okay? This is what I deserve. Sun energy, Chariot energy. I know my worth. You know my worth. We're all on the same page here. Let's not play games, okay? For some of you are actually saying that. Someone, hopefully not a boss, because I don't know how well that's going to go down, but something to that effect, except, you know, adjusted to the context. It's where you demand your worth. And you can manifest it where, you know, someone's giving you your worth because that's what you're demanding, you know? It's one thing, I feel like someone's trying to get away with offering you less, okay? And if you allow that, if you accept that, you're going to be dissatisfied for a Cups energy and you will set a precedent to where that's how they're always going to treat you. Whereas whatever they're trying to offer you, if you come to the table with the facts, okay, I see your offer, however, I think it should be this because of this, okay, asking for your worth, okay, credit for your work, credit for your worth, what you have to offer and what you have to bring to the table, that is what you'll be manifesting, Nine of Pentacles and the Magician, okay, and you'll be getting what it is that you're asking for or more. Okay, kind of that flew out. What is this? Sacrifice. See, renunciation, offering, letting go. 35. So don't self-sacrifice, Virgo. Don't be the willing victim here. You don't have to be, okay? See this energy where you're willing to sell yourself short. You're willing to just lay your weapons down and be like, yeah, whatever you say, okay. Okay, don't do that. Do not. This isn't the time. Okay, this isn't the time. So I mean, it'll be different for everyone. I don't know if this is playing out with work or within a family dynamic or within a romantic situation, but this is telling you you're going to get what you accept, okay? And it will set the tone. It will set precedent here. So I'll leave you with that. All right, know your worth and demand your worth because you're gonna get what you accept. All right, if you accept less than, you're gonna get less than, and that will be the tone moving forward for you and how people treat you. They're always gonna give you less than. You know what I mean? Because you've accepted it. You're accepting it. You don't question it. You don't challenge it. So there's just, you know, happy days. Moving on. Ask for your worth, and you're gonna get that. Does that make sense? So I'll leave that with you, but I hope that helps. Okay. And moving on to Capricorn 25. Hello Capricorn, thank you for joining us. As always, remember to watch the intro to the video as well. If you're skipping ahead to your timestamp, watch the intro as well. There's information for you there. What's going on for Capricorn in the week ahead? Capricorn in the week ahead. What's going on for Capricorn in the week ahead? Okay, there we go. What do we have? We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Presents in the situation. The Sun as the challenge. And the Ace of Swords as the outcome. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Swords. So, I feel like things are going to pick up speed quite abruptly for you, Capricorn. Okay, quite unexpectedly. The Knight of Swords. What do we have under that? Yeah, the Hangman. So something that has been delayed, something that has been taking a long time. There may have been, you know, start and stop energy with it. Because as you're viewing the situation, as you're coming into the week, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Presents here, yes, it's kind of, you know, we're still on track. We're still following the plan or the strategy or what was agreed. But everything is moving so slowly, okay? And the challenge is having success in the situation. Or a Leo might be a challenge, or someone's ego might be a challenge, or the fact that we don't know, okay, what's going on. That's a challenge, okay? We don't have all the information. And the challenge is we don't have victory. We feel like we don't have victory in this situation. In the outcome, we do have the Ace of Swords or the Ace of Needles here. Official communication, a new beginning, something formal, something in writing, a new contract, or ruling, okay? And it's going to come in very quickly with the Knight of Swords. This could also be a situation where you're plodding along, following the rules, following the process, and you might be dealing with someone who's coming in with a bit of an ego or a bit of an attitude, and they're trying to make you do things faster. If that means cutting corners, right? I feel like it's someone who's more preoccupied with the packaging. Do you know what I mean? What other people see versus what is actually in that box. Okay, they're more preoccupied with the presentation. If you have to fudge a few numbers here and there, that's not a big deal to them. If you have to cut some corners here and there, that's not a big deal. If you have to assume some results as opposed to actually waiting for the actual numbers, that's okay. You know what I mean? That's the person you're dealing with. And the Ace of Swords, in that situation, could be you having a very blunt conversation, maybe even like throwing the law at someone. You know, this is the process, this is the law, this is, you know what I mean, the policy, and we're going to follow that. Okay, so I'm also seeing that circumstance for some of you as well. And if you have been waiting to make a decision or waiting to make a choice because you don't feel like you have all the information, there is that clarification or that information is coming through, okay? So that you can take action in that new direction, whatever that may be for you. Let's clarify for Capricorn in the week ahead. The Knight of Presents or the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Presents. So it's a work situation for a lot of you, something involving your money, but also you have to work with others. And so maybe you don't trust these people with the Sun card being a challenge, because you don't see them pulling their weight, and you're like, well, or you have to keep everything going, you have to keep everyone on track, you have to make sure the law is followed, the rules are followed, okay? That could also be the situation. With the Sun card as the challenge, we have the Two of Needles, the Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like definitely for some of you there's missing information. You don't know what to do until you have some information, and that's the Ace of Swords with the Five of Wands, Five of Candles. Yeah, there's gonna be, I don't know if this is you having a very stern conversation with someone who keeps pressuring you and pushing you, or the team, the environment. Yeah, Five of Swords as well. Your team or a group of people you're a part of, they're putting a lot of pressure on you to speed things up. okay, whatever that means, whatever you have to do for that. And I feel like with the Ace of Swords here, you're advised to stand up for yourself, to speak the truth, throw the law at someone if you have to, report someone if you have to, okay. And for those of you, this is a resolution, okay? If you've been involved in some sort of a court case or any sort of dispute, because the Knight of Swords can also be some sort of a conflict here, and you reported them already, you took them to court, you took them to, I don't know, a figure of authority or whatever, and you're waiting for a decision, that is what is coming through. I also feel like someone will challenge that, will appeal something or something like that, try to overthrow a decision. And basically you're being told to stand your ground and stick to the plan. You have the law by your side. Yeah, I feel like someone's either trying to push you with the Sun card energy. They're coming in as a bit of a bully, but it could also be a situation where someone's trying to almost like charm you into something. You know, when someone's so charismatic that everything they say and the way they say it just seems so true. You know what I mean? Where we don't feel like we have to double check that. We just feel like that must be the truth, you know, because we just take their word for it. And this is telling you, double check your facts, because this is someone who's trying to cut corners, or this is someone trying to do something illegal or immoral, or, you know, not quite right. So make sure you double check, make sure you challenge things. So you have 2 5s here. Maybe you should be the one challenging things. Oracle advice for Capricorn in the week ahead. Yeah, we have jealousy, envy, punishment, changing course, number 26. So be mindful of who is in your environment. This could be a situation where someone is jealous of you. You're not aware of this with the Sun card and the 2 of Swords, but someone has been watching you and they're kind of jealous of the recognition you're getting, the fame you're getting, all the credit you're getting, you know, that you have earned, right? Knight of Pentacles. And it's someone in your environment, because you have the 3 of Pentacles and then you have 2 5s. Okay, it's someone in your environment, whether it's at work or with family or at school, I don't know. Or a competitor of sorts, and they're trying to get you to do something to kind of get you caught. Does that make sense? Someone's trying to pressure you into doing something so that they can be there to get you caught and to report you. Double check your facts. Make sure you know what you're saying, you know what you're signing, you know who you're associating with. Okay? Make sure everything is above board. Don't let anyone push you into anything. You challenge information if you're not sure it's making sense or it's adding up. You challenge whoever it is that's trying to push you to speed things along, even if it means cutting corners. Okay, I feel like someone's just setting a trap, thinking they can push you to do something wrong so that they can tell on you or they can report you. Does that make sense? And it comes from this place of jealousy, of envy. So I feel like it's important for you to look in your environment and see who it is, because who this person is, they need to be cut out. Whatever capacity they're in your life, they need to be cut out. Okay, put in their place, cut out, reported. Okay, so it's a bit of a messy situation. If this is something you're observing, it'll be different for everyone, but I feel like for some of you, the advice is to just stay out of it with the 2 of Swords. Okay, you focus on your work. You make sure your work is standard and above board. There could be some sort of a review or some sort of an audit. So if you are not in a position where you can change things and make sure everyone follows the rules, then that just means you do what you can do and make sure you're okay, because with this review or audit, people are going to get found out and people are going to be not necessarily punished, but you know, they're going to deal with the consequences of their own laziness, procrastination, incompetency, whatever the situation is. Okay, they're going to have to pay for whatever it is they're doing wrong or illegal. Okay, and if you are in a position to report someone, then do that. Challenge information you're receiving. Challenge the boss. The boss might be telling you to do something illegal and they're trying to push you because they're the boss and they can. Challenge that. Okay, remember, whatever it is that you agree to, you agreed to it, right? So when everything goes down, they'll say, no, Capricorn agreed to it. I didn't force them. Okay, so there's something there. Just be careful what you're agreeing to, what you're signing up for, who you're associating with. Okay, don't let anyone push you into doing anything that you're not quite okay with, right? Because there's going to be a review or an audit or something like that, and whatever was done is going to come to light. Okay, and it's like you don't want to be on the naughty list. Okay, interesting read, but let me know what this is, if you make sense with this, or maybe, you know, you have to wait for things to start playing out in the week and you can come back and let me know. But yeah, let me know if the reading helps you. I feel like it's a bit of a heads up, whether you're aware of this already or not. It's a bit of a heads up. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Be sure to watch all your signs. I hope you enjoyed the readings. Hope you have a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.